Anthony Hartwig here with an Ursuline softball player profile. I am joined by Paige Ogden. Paige, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
We've talked to a couple of your teammates this year about how hungry this program is after the way last season ended. And from your perspective, how driven is this program to get back to where they were last year?
We're definitely very driven, and we've become very competitive for every game we've played. We've only lost a few games, I believe it's three, and I feel like that definitely came from last year and our loss.
Do you think this season there's a little bit more mental focus on the team and a little bit more like let's just go and take care of every game one game at a time?
Yes, Coach Christina definitely focuses more on the mental aspect than we maybe necessarily did last year. We do a lot of before practice thinking, writing our goals and what we've accomplished so far and what we look to accomplish.
What were some of those team goals that you guys set as a program before the season even started?
Definitely, beat Mooney was is always a number one. Um, and then we also had build team chemistry to get closer to the girls, which will definitely help our winning status and how we perform on the field, and then winning states.
It's a good mix of, older, generation players like yourself, but also young players coming into this program making an immediate impact. What's it been like to gel the young and the old and being able to see all these personalities kind of mixed together and like you said, build this team chemistry up as good as it's been?
It's definitely helped a lot. We do a lot of team bonding. Like we went bowling at the beginning of the year, and the Wellington trip that we went on, and we stayed overnight. That really helped, and I feel like we really mesh together well, and we know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and how to make each other better and complement each other very well.
Everyone knows, how special this team was last year and all the great talent it had. It graduated three seniors that all went off to play in college. But every softball team's a little bit different. So what makes this team this year unique?
Like you said, we definitely have a really good combination of upper and underclassmen, and I feel like we, like I said, complement each other very well, and we know how to come together. We have a lot of energy, and we have a lot of drive, especially from our loss last year, and that really pulls us together.
How would you describe the personality of this team?
Um, we definitely have a lot of energy and excitement, and we're always looking for the next play and how to help the team, and always looking to win.
What's your favorite thing to do with this team off the field to kind of build that team chemistry that we've talked about?
The bus rides have been like no other. We always have a good jam sesh after games, and that really makes it enjoyable.
Who's kind of the energy spark plug especially in those bus rides on long bus rides to an away game?
I'd say definitely Maddie. She's our DJ, and she really she just I don't know. She does a great job, and Alyssa also is up there.
We talked to Maddie a little bit ago, and she, took pride in being the team DJ, and she said she didn't care if her playlist didn't match what other players wanted to hear. Does her playlist kind of vibe with you, or are you someone that wishes it was different?
Oh no, I definitely like the playlist, and I like the. We always have a speaker for warm ups, and I like it. I think it gets me excited and ready to go.
What about your kind of pregame routine and trying to get yourself in the right headspace? What do you do pregame to get ready for a game?
The most important thing for me to do is relax. Um, I know that sounds very easy, but for me, that's kind of been like my main focus this year and something that I kind of struggled with for years past. So I just kind of do like the same thing, but no matter what, I don't try to get too tense. I don't think about, oh, like we lost to this team last year. I just have belief in myself and the practices that I've done throughout the season and know that I have the ability to do what it takes.
When you think about the ways you've grown over the years, what have been some of the biggest growth points that you think you've had since freshman season?
Definitely after sophomore year and I came back junior year, I had a knee injury, and I changed my pitching form completely and I got a new pitching coach, and I'd say I came out like 1,000 times better than I was freshman year, and I had better speed and spin, and I had a lot more confidence in myself and my capabilities, especially with having Emily Holland as the senior pitcher to be there for me and be my mentor.
Yeah, let's go a little bit deeper in that. How much of a blessing was it to be kind of behind Emily Holland last year? And then how much did she teach you about being a leader that you've taken into this year as a senior now?
She's definitely shown me both aspects of being a player on the field and off the field. She was a fantastic teammate. I couldn't have asked for anything else. She was very kind to me and welcoming, and she really just had me under her wing. And I felt like whenever I was struggling on the mound or mentally I was just not in the right headspace, she would always call timeout and say something funny to get me to relax and ease my headspace.
What leadership qualities do you think you bring to the table as far as how you lead?
I'm I'm definitely a competitive person, and I like to lead by example. And I, based on how I play, I feel like that leads the team to where we are now.
Earlier this year, you made the announcement about, you'll be playing in the next level. I don't want to take that away from you. So if people don't know, tell people where you'll be playing next year.
I'm going to Mount Vernon Nazarene University. It's in Columbus to further my softball career, and I'm going to major in social networking engineering.
What made that decision kind of easy for you, and what led to you deciding Mount Vernon?
I was able to practice with the team, and I really love their drive and how they practice. They really push each other, and I love the coaches from the start. They were very competitive, and they knew how to lead the team and to get everyone where they needed to be for the season.
Being able to make that decision before the season started, how much of a weight was lifted off your shoulders to not have to worry about the recruiting process anymore, not
Um,
having to, impress coaches anymore? You can just go out there and kind of be yourself this senior season.
oh yeah, that definitely helped. I was kind of getting a little bit stressed about it as I kept putting off my decision or waiting out, but it made it so much easier knowing that I knew where I was going to go and knew that I fit in there well.
What is some advice that you give to players that are now coming up into this program, even if they're pre high school, they're middle schoolers, they're working to be an Ursan Irish in the future? What advice would you give them?
I would say to definitely have confidence in yourself. You put in all this work, even from when you were young and you don't even remember playing. You put in work all those years, and it doesn't boil down to just one moment. It's that whole season, and you have so many moments to make a change and to be who you are.
What's it like seeing such strong community support for Ursuline, especially the softball program? I mean, I know they love you down there, and we see it every time we post a Ursuline story. The love it gets. What's it like to get the support of the community?
It's definitely amazing. Even in our loss last year, there was the stands were full, and the energy that we get is just fantastic. And we really feed off of that in the dugout and on the field.
You get support from the community, but you guys as athletes at Ursuline get to support the community back with community outreach and in service. From your perspective, what's it like to be able to do that, and how much does it kind of impact your ability to lead the team?
I think it's really great. I love that Coach Dugan is helping us get into the community and give back, like you said, what we were given. And we do, we help give food out at Zion Lutheran Church. And I feel like that really just lets us know the community that supports us and we're supporting them back.
Have there been any big impactful moments during your community outreach throughout your career that have really kind of stuck with you?
Um, like I just said, the Zion, there is a woman there that's named Pam, and she's the sweetest person ever. And she just inspires me so much to be like her in my future.
When you think about some of the things that you want to accomplish in your future, obviously you already talked about your major, but do you have like a dream job that you're hoping that major will lead to?
I'm hoping to be a software developer, or I've also heard about the Imagineer program at Disney, and I'd like to either do an internship there or hopefully work there.
All right, Paige, I'm going to hit you with some rapid fire questions to get to know you a little bit off the field as well. I want to start with, are you a movie person or a book person?
Definitely movie person. I can't sit down long enough to read a book.
What was the last movie that you saw in the theaters?
Yesterday I saw Doctor Strange.
I'm jealous. Yeah, what was the last show that you binge watched on Netflix or another streaming service?
I think it was Bridgerton, and my friends got me to watch that.
What is your favorite thing about being a softball player?
It's definitely my teammates. They really make the game enjoyable, and being there with them in my best and worst moments really gets me to know myself and know them and know that I have people that are always supporting me.
What has been your favorite off the field memory with Ursuline softball?
I hang out with Gia Chavone a lot, and her and I go get coffee or when she's doing my hair before games. It's just a fun time.
What's the go-to post-game meal for Ursuline softball?
Uh, Probably for me, I think it's Chipotle.
What's your favorite flavor to Gatorade?
Red.
If they were to name a flavor after you, what do you think it one, what would it be called? And two, what kind of flavor would it be?
Um, I definitely feel like it would be a mixed berry, and it'd probably be called uh Bomb Squad.
Oh, I like it. So you get the opportunity to hit home runs and strike people out because you're a pitcher that rakes. What's the better feeling, hitting a home run or getting the big strikeout?
I'd have to say getting the strikeout because um I mean you can have a home run in the game, but you can still lose, and I feel like a strikeout it could be like the best batter that's going D1 and you struck her out, and it's just the best feeling in the world.
What is one thing you do to distract yourself from softball if you need a break?
I definitely hang out with my friends a lot, and we go, like I said, we go to movies or we go out to eat, and it just really it's a good time.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
Either Gatlinburg, Tennessee, or New York.
What's your favorite vacation spot?
Cancun.
If you could vacation anywhere in the world that you haven't gotten to vacation yet, where would you want to go?
Um, I think Italy.
Would you rather go forward in time or back in time?
Forward in time.
What era would you want to go forward to?
Uh, Probably when there's flying cars.
Who is your favorite professional athlete?
Um, I definitely have to go with Jenny Finch as a pitcher, and um, she also hit too, and I feel like that's like a inspiration to everyone. That sometimes it's a stereotype that pitchers can also hit, and I feel like we can, and we can play any position even when we're not pitching.
What's your favorite motivational quote?
Everything happens for a reason because, like Jenny Fitch said, there's like a lot of failure in the game of softball. There, you can go your batting average could be 300, and that's only going 3 for 10. So 7 out of 10 times you're failing, and I feel like, you just got to know. Oh, well, that happened for a reason. Like that was my first at bat against that pitcher, and maybe I struck out on a good changeup, so I can tell my teammates that she has a good changeup.
What is one thing you know now that you wish you knew sooner?
Uh, I wish I knew that I'd be uh, happy with my spot as a senior and happy where I'm going with my life in college.
What mythical animal do you wish existed?
Probably a narwhal.
Um, what is the your favorite restaurant?
I think BJ's.
What's the order that you always get at BJ's?
I get the baked ziti.
What's your guilty pleasure dessert?
Um, I think cookies.
What's your favorite kind of cookie?
I go basic with the chocolate chip. It's a standard.
Soft or hard? Because some people like hard cookies, and I think they're weird.
Yeah, I like the chewy cookies.
There you go. Perfect. Um, what is one thing that you learned about yourself over the last 4 years at Ursuline?
I learned that this has been like an incredible journey, and I learned that I've gone through so many hard times, and I've always made it through them, and I'm really proud of myself for that.
All right, last one. What are three words that you would use to describe yourself?
Determined, hardworking, and resilient.
All right, Paige, I want to give you the opportunity before we let you go to thank your support system, the people that are always there for you.
I like to thank my parents. They got me into the game of softball, and they've led me through my decisions through life and got me to where I am now. I'd also like to thank my brother. He also played baseball and he's an inspiration to me. And I'd like to thank my coaches and past teammates for always being there for me and supporting me and playing for me, because you never know how you impact a person.
All right, Paige, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. It was great to catch up with you. We wish you the best of luck the rest of the season, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.